Hello everybody, I have exciting news, which is that I'm going to be at BlizzCon this year, 2023, and if you happen to also be going to BlizzCon, I would love to meet up and say hi. I always like meeting people who watch my videos, and if you're happening to go to BlizzCon this year, then I will be there both Friday and Saturday. So yeah, hit me up, obviously, on either social medias. You can find all those links in the description or on this video. And we'll set up something where, people can come and hang out and say hi, or, at your leisure, come say hi. I will be working the event. I am a Diablo partner, as I have mentioned previously in other videos, and I am going there specifically for Diablo stuff. But hey, you never know what might be announced. I always like going to BlizzCon. I've gone to two previous BlizzCons. I've gone to 2018 and 2019. Obviously, there hasn't been one since. It's the first one back, and it seems like they're going to be changing it up a bit this year of how they plan on laying the show floor out and everything. If you've never gone to BlizzCon, it is actually phenomenal. It's so much fun, especially if you go with friends or you have friends there, because it's just a celebration of the people you play games with, not necessarily a celebration of said games. Now, obviously, if you're interested in like Warcraft or Starcraft or Diablo, or Overwatch, then you're gonna really love the information dump that is there. It's also awesome being there in person when you get to see these announcements happen, because you're there with like thousands of other people, and the reactions sometimes it's just phenomenal. Like, I can't tell you the feeling of being in the main hall when they announced Diablo 4 and they showed that trailer. It was insane, except for the brief moment that the trailer for us in the main hall died and everybody was about to just freak out, and then it came back, even though we could hear it in the other halls, because yeah, BlizzCon is so big that they have stages all over the place, and if you're at the main stage, like that's where all the fun happens, at least during the opening ceremony. And of course, the opening ceremony is free to watch online, so you can totally watch that stuff as well. I'm really excited, to hear about all of the different Blizzard announcements. Weirdly enough, I'm really excited for Warcraft Arclight Rumble, which comes out the first day of BlizzCon. And the reason why is random, and it's because I have a connection to that game in a weird way. In the game, you collect like these characters, which they call miniatures, and you drop them in for these battles and whatnot. And the website itself actually allows you to go download these quote-unquote miniatures, which are 3D STL models, which are pre-supported and everything for 3D printing. And that is my primary business that I do. And I'm also a commission painter. I paint very high quality miniatures for people's D&D games or war games like Warhammer and Star Wars Legion and stuff. So I'm really excited to see what else they come out with for Arclight Rumble, because it means that I may have some really awesome miniatures to paint in the near future. I've downloaded a couple of them and I went to go print one, but I had to push it because I've just got other things I'm printing for orders and whatnot. Anyways, yeah, that's probably, weirdly enough, one of the more exciting things for me at BlizzCon this year, but I'm really excited to hear about what's coming up for Diablo 4. I'm in the middle of making a video on the latest developer stream all about Season 2 for Diablo 4 and how I think it is definitely a huge step in the right direction with them fixing, I wouldn't say fixing the game, just improving the game is a better way to put it, for people to be much happier with that experience. And then I used to play a lot of World of Warcraft. I just haven't touched it since the middle of Shadowlands because I got really busy, and MMOs take a long time to invest time into. So I would be really curious to see what their next announcement is and what their plans for that game are. But it would have to take a lot to get me into it. Overwatch has been just kind of a staple of, if I want to play a shooter real quick, I could jump in and do that. Though, lately I've not, again, had the time to even do that. So we'll see if that particular game has any announcements for me that draw me in. Like I said, I'm mostly there for Diablo and, weirdly enough, Arclight Rumble. If there's any surprise announcements, I'm kind of interested. So if you're someone who is really interested in Blizzard games, let me know in the comments what your most like hyped announcement would be. Would it be like a remaster, like a Lost Vikings remaster or something like that? Who knows? You know, they've taken quite a few years off from BlizzCon due to the global pandemic, and we have no idea what this BlizzCon is actually going to entail. If there's going to be any insane announcements, like a new IP or something, probably not. But you never know. And here's a nice little bit too. Chris Metzen is back at the company. He's been working on Warcraft stuff and other things. You know, they have like their crafting survival game that we don't really know a whole lot about. Do we hear anything about that? Probably not. But yeah, there's other really cool projects that, you know, it's, again, this isn't for me the reason to go to BlizzCon. It's hanging out with friends and just walking around and enjoying the vibes of like this awesome community. And then secondary to that is the game announcements and whatnot. But, you know, I'm also still interested in those game announcements. But as I said earlier, because I'm going to BlizzCon and this is work for me, this is a work event for me, that is why I'm requesting that if you're going to be there and you want to meet up and you want to chat, then I need to know ahead of time, because I need to schedule that kind of stuff into the schedule that I have at the convention. Don't hear that as like you're not important or anything. It's just I need to plan for that. So if there are going to be any viewers there at the show, yeah, once again, let me know in the description or on social media, or better yet, better way to do it. You can join our Discord for free down below. If you go to the description and you hit the Discord link there, you'll be able to join our Discord for free, and you can ping me on there. Then either I can private message you there, or we could just chat it out in the Discord server and figure out when and where you would like to meet up, or, you know, if there's any cool things that you're planning on doing while you're there, like, I don't know, going and getting food. Which, by the way, if you're gonna be at BlizzCon, tip number one that I learned the first year that I was there: if you want to save money on food, because the food trucks outside the convention center are insanely expensive, and the food is, it's okay, right? Like, you're not really getting what you're paying for. So just keep that in mind. There is a food court in the hotel, one of the two hotels next to the convention center, that it's kind of like underneath the hotel, unless they've renovated it since the last time I've been there. It's possible, right? This has been a few years. And that stuff is like, it's got like a pizzeria and like a sandwich place. So you could get like a sub sandwich and whatnot. And it's way, way cheaper, and it's just as good as food. And I recommend that wholeheartedly. As for what I would be looking forward to hearing about at BlizzCon, it would be the new Diablo 4 expansion. We know they're working on an expansion, and I would love to hear even just a little bit of info about that. That'd be great. And then I think like something off the wall, like a tabletop game, like some kind of board game, like a Diablo board game or something like that they have like a playable demo there on the show floor that you could go and play. That would be fun. And then finally, this is kind of like I don't know, like a Hail Mary, but being able to see the new IP that they're working on, this like crafting survival game, or I don't remember exactly the terms they're using to describe it, but seeing something about that would also be great. And finally, if you have any questions that you want to ask the developers of your favorite games from Blizzard, specifically though, if it is Diablo 4 related questions, that is going to be, you know, my main focus there. So if you have any questions regarding that you want answered, you can put them in the comments, or again, you can join the Discord, and when the opening ceremony is done, if you have any questions about whatever they show, feel free to ping me on the Discord, and I'll take note of your questions, and depending on if I feel like they're necessary to answer, or to be answered rather, or if they are questions that I'm not hearing other people ask, then I will make sure I ask those questions and get the answers back to you, and also put those answers in a video after I get back. But with all of that being said, I'm really looking forward to meeting up with you guys at BlizzCon. And again, make sure you join the Discord with the link down below, and we shall see you all next time.